What's up, people on the interwebs? Hope you're an amazing day. So, this is just a discussion video today. Something popped up on my social media reel today, and the storyline, it really hit my heart. Like, for the full morning, my heart was like aching because it was so sad. But I think the story is fake from what I've gathered afterwards. Because at first I thought, oh my god, is this real? Because this is really heartbreaking. But I think it has to be fake just because when I kind of put more information into Google about it, there wasn't any kind of clear evidence or facts. But the storyline of itself really like hit me, and I thought, what would one do in that situation? So I thought I'm going to discuss this hypothetical situation. Maybe you have seen the video. I'm not going to put the link of this video around because I think it's fake and I don't want to spread fake information. But the story or the hypothetical like situation here, what would you do in this situation? Because man, it's heartbreaking. So how this video went, it was this young, good-looking Korean basketball player, and he was on the verge of like making it to the big leagues for Korean basketball. And then his girlfriend gets caught in a fire. He goes in to save his girlfriend. He is able to save his girlfriend, get her out of the fire, doesn't die, no injuries, she is fine. But then he gets caught in the fire and he loses everything. So he is burned really badly, like skin is gone, hair is gone. He loses an arm in this situation and he's just kind of badly burnt everywhere. You know, he is unrecognizable to like his good looking self before. He is completely just gone. Like, if you put it in that form, he's no longer good looking. He's just very ugly, disformed. You know, it's a bit like it's a full like Beauty and the Beast style situation here that happened. And you know, he's obviously awoken from the hospitals. You know, everything's happened. He's completely, his whole dreams of becoming a basketball player gone shred. But for him, he's thinking, at least I got my girlfriend out. She is fine. She is still alive. It's all good. But the girlfriend sees him. He is no longer beautiful. He's lost his arm. He's no longer that kind of top sporty basketball player she fell in love with. And then she looks at him and goes, I can't be with you anymore because you're ugly. You know, you're not this good looking guy I fell in love with. And then she leaves. So obviously the guy is heartbroken because he gave everything to save what he thought was the love of his life, to keep her alive so she doesn't die in the fire. And he lost everything and she walked away. Now for me, man, I felt that really kind of caught my heart because he gave everything up to save her. And then she saw, and then she saw that he was no longer good looking, and I thought, I can't be with him, I can't do it. And then she left, and it's like, man, it tugged my heartstrings because one, it shows that the girl was only there for just his looks and his sporting abilities, not for the person that he is himself. And it's I just for me, like, there's the cynical side of me that's like, okay, I that evil, like, if you don't care about humanity, that side of me gets it. But I just think, how can you walk away from someone that, like, they saved your life? You know, seeing him completely burnt to a crisp, he lost his arm. There's a hypothetical, if he didn't go in and save you, you could be him. You could be that person that is burnt to a crisp. And it could also, let's say, the other way around. Like, let's say he didn't go in and save her, and then she is in that situation instead. She's burnt to a crisp. She's lost the arm. Maybe, you know, he could be like, no, I can't be with you anymore because you're not the girl I fell in love with because you're no longer beautiful. You know, it could, hypothetically, it can work both ways. But in this story, it's just focusing on the guy. He gave up everything to go save the love of his life, and then she left. And then obviously she's just like, I can't do it because you're no longer beautiful. And it's just hard because I just don't think you could walk away from it. I just think, for me personally, the guy saved your life. Like, you could be dead, or in his situation, if he didn't save you. Maybe the guy's thinking at the moment with the girl leaving, I wish I died in the fire instead. But I just think I just don't think you can leave, because I think, that shows true love right there. And I'm hoping, if you do fall in love, you fall in love with the person. You fall in love with the soul rather than what's on the outside. But I do, I get in situations as well. This has probably happened in maybe potential real life as well, that people just go, I can't do it anymore. But even if you can't be with them romantically, I still think you should still be a part of their life. Hopefully you can still be friends, especially because he saved you from the fire. At least kind of hopefully help him. And if there's any like medical bills, at least kind of support to that, or get involved in like other charity work to kind of just help his cause, help with recovery. I just think you might not be able to be with him, but I just don't think you can walk away from a guy who saved your life like that. You there should be some support in his life, because especially he's lost one arm, so his daily lives might be struggling. A part of me kind of thinks at least cook him a meal once a week, sort of thing. But yeah, it's a really hard story, because I think you have to be quite cynical, maybe very narcissistic to walk away. Apart there's there might be some more things to it, and the really deep cynical side of me gets it, but I just think morally, like, I just don't think you could do it, because it's such, he gave up everything for you, and then you're just like, no, you're no longer beautiful, which really sucks, because I think you should be falling for a person for who they are rather than their appearance. But man, it's a really like, I think it hits all those kind of grey areas, like the morals, the ethics. What would you do in that situation? And this is my video today. Let's have a conversation down below, because I really want to know, if you were in that situation, either the guy who gave up everything and then the love of your life walked away, and vice versa, if you're the women in that situation and you go, I can't do it, or it's like, this is the love of my life, because look, he came and saved me. How could I leave him at this stage of life? I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him. I'm really curious on your thoughts. Like, if this was something that happened to you, what would you hypothetically do in this situation? Let me know in the comments down below, because I think it really, for me, and at my kind of the psychology background, it really hits all those kind of interesting grey areas of life where, I don't, it's hard. I kind of think no answer is a right answer. It just comes down to who you are as a person and what you think is morally wrong and right. So let me know in the comments down below. Let me know your thoughts and opinions of this story, and what would you do in this situation. If you enjoyed this kind of deep, more thinking kind of video, let me know in the comments down below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.